Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Evil Hour, the all things survival horror podcast, including our experiences, thoughts, and hot takes. We're your hosts, the Dudes of Dudes. My host over here, his name is,
Rastrophic.
and I am Sean Graves. In today's episode, we'll be discussing, well, really what we've been up to for the past 3 months.
Yes. Has it
Oh,
only been
and
3 months?
something like that.
Wow.
Cheers
Yes.
to
Cheers.
a whole
Clink, clink.
new season, a whole new adventure of the Evil Hour, my guy.
Absolutely. Cheers to you too.
So Dom, since November, how's life liberty? How was Thanksgiving? How was your Christmas? How was time with
Oh
the
man,
family?
honestly, Thanksgiving was great. Just normal Thanksgiving stuff and everything, as in spending time with family and whatnot.
Hmm.
Christmas for me, at least, it was really awesome. I got everything I wanted, and I hope those of you that are listening got everything that you wanted as well, and spent some good quality time with your family. Me personally,
Oh
though,
yeah,
I got a lot of Harley stuff and a lot of Silent Hill stuff, so I was very, very excited and happy.
nice.
And we'll start in with the previous months and dive deeper in it later. But what about you? What about your Thanksgiving, your holidays?
Well,
Let's start with that.
the holidays. Wow. Okay, so for Christmas, I didn't go traveling, unlike the year before. So the year before last, I went to Florida for the first time and actually like got to see
Ooh,
Florida and not like Pensacola, Florida. That's not real
right.
Florida. I don't care what anybody says. This was like Orlando, Florida, right?
Ooh,
So, this year I stayed in Fresno. I stayed with the boyfriend unit, and we had a
nice.
very just calm, cool, no expectations holiday. Um, let's see. Oh, your screen disappeared.
Sorry about that. I
Oh, you're
got the
fine.
music to work now. It's bothering me. That's why my headphones, I was listening to you. That's why my headphones are like this.
No, no worries. And so, and so, one thing that I did want to do though is I wanted to make a Christmas dinner. I've never been able to do like turkey. I've never done able like to make like an authentic, not authentic, but like a traditional Christmas dinner. If anything, back when I was married, we would just use like game hens, like little tiny hens,
Yeah.
and make one each for the both of us because they're smaller and they're easier to do.
Right.
Um, and then we became vegetarians, so then we just upgraded to eggplants, and then and then this time around I was like, well, I really want to make something that's like from the French Chef book that I've had for years. And I've been keeping an eye out on duck à l'orange,
Yeah.
which is duck in orange glaze. That's what it translates to. But I can't seem to find a duck anywhere in Fresno, which is weird to say because you'd think that at like a state park you'd be able to find one. But haven't been able to find a duck to cook. So then I went off to coq au vin, which means chicken in wine.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah,
sounds fancy.
so it was
Red wine, I'm
it was
guessing, or
red wine.
yeah.
Yep, chicken and red wine, and so I got to make that. It was, it was awesome. It tastes great. Um, and then yeah, got some Silent Hill stuff for Christmas. I got like this really cute. So the boyfriend unit, I'll have to brag about this because he's such a card. He he got pictures. So like. He was like, I don't have any pictures of me on my phone. I was like, yeah, because they're all on my phone. But he took like all these pictures of like us on our dates or like things like that. And he made
Ah,
like a little scrapbook for us of like little like memories, like our first date,
ah,
going out and things like that. Really cute little like mementos that like were are super precious. And so he made a little scrapbook, and then that motivated me to actually go and like have pictures of him printed so that way I
right.
could put them in on the same little thing. So um yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to visit his family. I got to meet his dad. I got to meet his
Oh wow!
stepmom. Got
So
to
you
meet,
you got the
and
whole.
yeah, Oh yeah, and Thanksgiving, his sister's boyfriend. Well, actually, his sister and her boyfriend hosted Thanksgiving. So
Nice.
it was awesome. It was a really fun get together. It was just they knocked it out of the park, and I don't even know how they even figured that hot mess out. To me, Thanksgiving is scary
Yeah.
on the cooking front, on the scheduling
Yeah, you do
part,
get
on
put on the how can
the
I say
spot.
it? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
How's your turkey? How's your mashed potatoes? How's your stuffing? How's your gravy? How's your yeah.
Yeah, and God forbid you got that one person's like, well, this isn't how Aunt Margaret used to make it.
Yeah,
Well,
bro,
be like, well, fuck Aunt Margaret, okay? Like, if you wanted it so much, go to Aunt Margaret's house.
yeah. Yeah.
And through the whole time, like October, November, December, I've been playing Silent Hill 2.
Right, I've been
going
seeing
through the,
you
going.
playing the
Yeah.
hell out of that.
I am so sorry. I'm slow to the camp, but like, I just got like 6 endings deep. Yeah, so I've got 2 left. I've got the Maria ending and the Bliss. No, not the Bliss ending. I got the Bliss ending. The other bonus one, whatever that one is.
Oh, so you already got the alien and the dog and everything?
Yeah, I just got those. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
I was able to get.
Damn, you ever got the Maria one? That was my first one I got. I was kind of pissed. Honestly,
I got
like
the
I was
leaving.
like, I was
I got
like,
the leaving ending.
like I was happy, but I was like pissed because I was like, I shouldn't have got this ending. I felt like,
I have a question for you. So, like, when you first played Silent Hill 2, the OG one, which ending did you get the first time around?
I got the normal one, the leave or whatever.
Oh, you got leaving?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I was
Yeah,
mad because remake, I got the Maria. I was like, how the fuck did I get, like, I kind of wanted to play it like, you know, oh, I got the normal ending and then go from there.
Right.
And no, I got the Maria. I was like, dude, I was actually pissed. Like, I even got a clip of me raging about it. Like, I stood up and all you hear is, God damn it. Like, that's all you hear in the background.
That is priceless because, like, honestly, I was more mad when I got the in water ending because, like, that run was supposed to be the dog ending, UFO ending, and in water ending, and I had to change gears so fast. Like, my head just went like
Oh
I
my
snapped
God.
my neck so hard
Speaking of
because
which,
I
you just
screwed up
reminded
so
me.
hard.
Oh, you
Yeah.
screwed up hard.
Yeah, I screwed up so hard on that run. I had to do 2 simultaneously at the
Oh,
same time
that's-
and remember which
rough.
file I was playing on.
That's
It was so
rough.
bad.
No, you just reminded me though. So last week I finally beat the first Silent Hill for the first time, and I got the bad ending, dude. Which, like, in my head was way ahead of its time. Let me tell you, because I got the bad ending, and you know, at first, like, you know, he does the ending part, and then the credits roll, and I was like, the fuck kind of ending is this? Because I've seen the Silent Hill ending before, the normal one, and I was like, this is not it. And I was like, what the hell? And then next thing I know, like, I listened through all the credits and everything and the shitty music that they had on that. Oh my God.
Oh, it was totally, yeah, but I
And
mean, it's PS1, so like,
once the credits run,
Yeah.
it was just him dead in the car and all you hear is the horn. I was like,
yeah,
yo, that is ahead of its time, dude. I was like, what the
Meta.
fuck? Yeah, like, it like opened my eyes even more of how genius this fucking game was in 1999.
But you know what that means, though, right? Is that technically the super good ending where he gets the baby, right?
Right.
With Sybil,
Right.
is the official ending because that's how we get Silent Hill 3.
Ah, yeah. that's
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Right.
it blew my mind though, dude. I was like,
That's-
holy, like, it kind of left me like soulless and kind of chill. So I was
Yeah.
like, dude, like that was kind of fucked up. I was not expecting that. It was just like a stupid ending, and then next thing you know, just you see him dead in the car. I was like, oh my God, dude, like they showed this.
Right. Right. Oh, and here, exclusive Silent Hill like news that I've been keeping tabs. Okay, so I don't know about you, but when I have my 15-minute break, but I get to go beep boop a little bit. Apparently, South Korea has put a age restriction on Silent Hill F. So I don't know if that means Silent Hill F is coming out anytime soon. We still have a movie to come out.
I was gonna say, have you been hearing apparently April 26th that movie's coming out?
Yes.
Okay.
And
I'm like getting excited.
Apparently they're still doing post and filming at the same time. So I don't know what kind of hot mess Chris Gaines is doing right now, but best of work to you, man.
I hope honestly we get another Silent Hill movie this year and a Silent Hill game, because I ain't gonna lie, I was not expecting myself to do what all I did to Silent Hill 2 remake, and
oh my god,
now that I officially have beaten it, I'm like, when's the next one? Because I honestly, like, in my head, I thought I would still be playing it till this date.
Today.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I might go back to it, but like I'm like completely done with it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. You platinumed the whole game?
Not playing it. I'm missing 2, which is find all memos and get all pictures. And I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now.
I am so dreading it.
Dude, that's what I'm doing.
I know I gotta do it. I know I gotta do it, but I'm dreading it, dude. I really am.
So far, I've only made it to the apartment, and it's not as bad as you think it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm going through the thick of it right now. So this is kind of how I divided it up. I was like, okay, whatever ending I get the first time around, because I'm just enjoying the time.
Right.
That's it. And then after that, I was like, well, maybe I can like compound endings with like the new plus ending. And that's why I tried to do the first time around. I totally botched it. So that's why I had a second account going. And I was like, okay, James 2.0, where are we going today? Like, so I got 3 endings out of that one. So I got 4 endings out of, you know, running those 2 simultaneously. So that's 5. Plus the bonus, so that's 6. And that's where I'm sitting right now. And that's why I have 2 left, being the 8 in total.
Okay.
So all I gotta do is get the Maria ending, and I gotta collect the items and do the things, and I'm just collecting items at this point and stomping monsters. So
yeah,
I might have to do
my bad. I gotta do the stomping monsters as well.
Yeah, I might have to do like the long range one later on, but after that, ta-da!
Yeah, I am like I said though. Oh, did you hear about, also before we get back onto topic, did you hear that somebody already had broken the record and already have 1,300 hours on that game? I'm sorry, I love the game to death, but how the hell do you have 1,300 hours on that game? Like, you can only do so many endings so many times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is now a new record of somebody having 1,300 hours on it. And I seen that. I was like, are you kidding me?
Wait a minute. I have a question. So is it like 1,300 hours of active game playing? Because like if you just have the game running,
right, that's what I was thinking. It didn't really confirm it. It just says new record 1,300 hours on the game, and I was just like, there's a difference, because I can leave my Steam running while I'm at work and everything and have it just on the main menu. And
I can hear you fine.
I forgot to tell you, I got acoustic foam with my desk. I was like, yeah, it came with it. Yeah, dude, it came with like 12 of them. Dude, like some are black, some are marble color. I was like, dude, that's fucking sick. So I still got.
Oh yeah, dude.
I still gotta do that. Anywho,
do you want me to troubleshoot your channel real quick? Just in case. Audio in case?
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well.
Okay.
While you do that, I just now noticed like I am like this on my screen.
Oh, you sound great.
Oh.
I just heard us from the past, and I'm like, we're fine.
Yeah,
I heard us from the past. Thank you, Go Johnny Go, for troubleshooting, and Barnasco for helping us out.
Yeah, Barn.
It is episode 1, season 2.
We're back, baby.
Figuring these things out.
We are back, fucking it up on Twitch like we are good at. Nah, I'm joking. I'm sorry if I'm yelling at you guys. I forgot. I have a lot of reverb. I get hype. While we're doing that, do you care if I like step out real quick?
Oh, not at all. You're fine.
You don't
You're
have
totally
to do a bring right back. I'm gonna literally be in and out.
Okay, no probs. So yeah, Rat call me Rusty. Yeah, and that's the thing, is like we've gone through some air quote rebranding as of recent, not for the evil hour, that is. Clearly, Ratotrophic, used to go by
I
D
think-
Dog Cat. So, D Dog, quick
Bad
question.
traffic.
I'm sorry.
Don't
Red
worry, dude.
Traffic.
It still gets weird not getting called
I was
D-Dog
just
no more.
saying. I was just mentioning that like you and I have done a little bit of like air quote rebranding. I didn't really
Yes.
rebrand that much. I just changed up some modes
you
and
wanna
things like
get
that.
on
You
to-
went through like the whole thing.
Do you want to get on to that topic?
Yeah, totally.
All right, I'll let you go first since I went first last time.
So-
So what's going on your side of rebranding?
Not much, but
Feels so
I
weird.
just-
I'm like sitting here now, like, look at this, dude. I got all this room. I'm sorry.
you got so much fun. You got so much room for fun activities.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Go on now.
You're good. So freaking
Also, real quick, I'm gonna cut you. What are you drinking on?
oh, I'm on whiskey.
What kind?
Irish whiskey? I don't remember the
Ooh, not Jameson.
jar. It might be.
I used
I
to
don't
be a big fan of Jameson.
It's either that. It's either no wait. Actually, I don't think it's an Irish whiskey. I think it's a little bean. It's either that or it's Woodford's Reserve. I don't remember
Ooh,
which
that-
bottle
that's a
we
good
had,
one.
but one of those two.
Matt, call me Rusty. I got you, brother, man. Yeah, so before we jump into this topic about rebranding, from my side of Twitch, we were against this wall that you don't see no more. And I had literally, I'm going to get a little bit close here, so bear with me. But I literally had like this much room. And because there's a wall right here. And now we flipped the desk because we got a brand new desk. Now you don't see the lights in the background. I mean, you see it in the mirror right here. I forgot. But besides that, now I got all this room. I don't have an L-shaped desk. Anyway, back to rebranding.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there because I'm so happy now. Not that it's kind of
Right?
Anyway, rebranding.
No, you're good.
Well, what's
like
going
even
on?
even I had to like even I like feng shuied a little bit more of like the studio space here. Like for one, like everyone was looking at this window behind me.
Right, I remember that.
Or-
I love this. Honestly, I kind of missed it. Like, I hate it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I miss this.
Right.
Okay, I'm back.
There we are. We're back.
Yeah. Anyway, my bad.
We look fine here. Yes, we're streaming on both Red Tropics and my channel here. So if you can't get one of us, you're gonna get at least the both of us streaming at the same time.
Absolutely.
Freaking Rad Traffic. Where does Rad Traffic come from?
Honestly,
I
okay.
would ask.
Oh wait,
And
is that...
why did we? Yes, and why did we decide to move on from the last manifestation,
Okay.
D Dog Cat
All right.
36?
So
I know that
behind-
there's history behind D Dog 3. We all know that, but where's Rad Traffic come from?
Well, that's what I was going to tap into is, so basically, I always went by D-Dog Cat 36. Like you said, there's a history behind it. Find out in our previous podcast what it all is, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just updating you guys about it to make you understand more. So basically, me and you was talking before the podcast, and I said I got hooked up with, I wouldn't necessarily say successful streamers, but they're doing better than me. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. I'm happy for them. So what I like to take from that is not jealousy, not not like a pity me party. More of what are you doing that I'm not, and can I get the knowledge from you? Anyway, so there's this guy named Jackknife, and more of the story. So we got to talking, and he was just like, your name is very childish, and he goes, no offense, but basically you want to stay away from like numbers, exclamation points, special characters, underscores, stuff like that. And I was like, that makes sense, because for example, as popular YouTubers, I hate to bring them up like this, but you got like PewDiePie, you know, not PewDiePie 123, PewDiePie underscore exclamation point 123. Markiplier's, Jacksepticeye, all them, like everybody knows those people, or most people do. So on and so forth. Same thing with Queso. Queso's now a high Twitch streamer. His name is just Queso. It's not Queso underscore hashtag 125. You know. Yeah. And then he got some friends in the call. And his friends were like, "Yeah, dude, honestly, I was scared to join the Discord call because I thought there was a kid in the Discord call by your name." And I was like, "Fair. I
Mm.
made that name when I was 11, and it always stuck with me
Mhm.
since." And so I was like, "Okay." So moving on, we get to talking. I start rebranding. I start switching, and I was really stuck. Like I had everything set out, what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
The only thing I had stuck was what was going to be my name, and I
Mhm.
couldn't think of anything because what I was trying to go for is now branding, as in if I want to make shirts, if I want to make mugs, if I want to make just a whole 9 yards. And honestly,
Sure.
I was thinking of it. I was even taking my old name. And I was like, what could I even do with D Dog Cat 36? Like there is things to do there, but not much, right?
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, I mean, it took me days, man. I was like, this now, this, yes, but I can't really brand that because if I wanted to make T-shirts or hoodies, if we came to that point, because
Mhm.
now I'm trying to look at the future where back then it was I just want to stream now.
Sure.
And so basically, one day I thought catastrophic, right? Like catastrophic things, events are like hectic, terrible.
Memorable.
Yes. And I don't know why my brain went to it, but I was like, catastrophic. What rhymes with catastrophic? And then for some odd reason, my wife popped into my head. And if you guys didn't know, we used to own rats. And I got to know it.
Oh.
And I was like, rats. So then my brain was doing ADHD thing. Then I was like, plague, infection, plague, doctor. And I was like, catastrophic or catastrophic. And then my dyslexia took over place, and I gotta fix the name because I can't. And like, I think I have 15 more days. But then I named my name Ratrophic, not
Right.
Ratrophic. So here in 15 days, I'm gonna fix it, but because
Okay.
I forgot an S. So anyway, moral of the story is the plague was a thing. A lot of people think the plague happened because of the rats. It actually wasn't. I found that out.
It wasn't.
It was not.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said, though, with Ratastrophic, people always think of Rat's Plague, and I could just do a lot of branding, a lot of future stuff with it, make it, cool. And that's what my theme is now. Is this, a decaying rat that's plague doctor theme? That's also, and
Right.
that's what I like about it. Is
Gronowski
like
was saying the plague is by due to fleas.
right. And like you could
Yeah.
just think of like there's just so many ways to do it. Like you could go plague doctor style. Everybody likes the plague doctor, like it's this gothic,
Mhm.
everybody it's a cool fucking style. And then it's
Yeah.
just like then you got the rats, so it's just Rastrophic. So that's why I rebranded my whole name because I was thinking
It's
long term.
cool. It's cool how your brain like figured that all out as far as like the
Yeah.
name of it because you did the same thing for the Evil Hour because
Yeah,
you named this podcast.
I did. And I took at first it gave me like lists of names, and it was
Yeah.
like the witching hour, the evil something, evil this, evil that, and then it was like witchcraft this or witch that or demon this, ghost this, and then I was like,
Mhm.
and then I saw the witching hour, the
Mhm.
evil, and then that's when I was like the evil hour because you and I
Right.
like horror. And when people tune in to our podcast, it's their time of the hour. So we got the evil
We're gonna
hour.
have that moment. Yeah.
So that's
Exactly.
why I did with my name. Yeah.
That's freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
Actually, it reminds me of like back when I was a kid. Speaking of like being kids, um, I used to have a tag name that was air quote childish, even though it had like no numbers to it. But it was
Let me
essentially
watch a
like
live podcast real quick because now I'm paranoid
you're
that it's
fine.
gonna do it. Anyway, go on.
You're good now. Um, freaking I
As a
remember
kid,
writing music back in like the Acid Planet days. I don't know how
right?
if you've ever heard that website, but it used to be a thing by Sony and it was for indie artists. It was like the Spotify before Spotify. And you could have whatever indie artists out there in the world.
Right.
And then MySpace rolled in, and I didn't go by my first and last name. I was a teenager at the time. It's the early 2000s, and then I rebranded. But my rebrand was to Post Omnis, which is Latin
Oh.
for a song that I really like, and I still like it to this day. It means after all, and the only like branding idea that I thought of that would be cool was that like the symbol of the project, the music project, would be an eclipse,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Yeah.
So the O was a sun with the moon in front of it, so that would be your O,
Oh yeah.
you know? And I've stuck with it, even though like if I think like if anybody was to be like Post Who, like they wouldn't be able to enunciate the rest of the Latin name, you know? It's kind of like a take of like black metal where you have like the name with like the
Yeah,
tree
or like
limbs,
if you're
you know what I mean? Like
if you were like the cringy ones, they would make the T the upside down cross or something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
right,
very
right,
yeah.
which is easily done for my music project as well with Post, the upside down cross or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that, right? And freaking it's still an idea. It's been like 12 years. It's been over 12 years running. So there's no rebranding for that music project.
Right.
We're 6 albums deep. So I get it. It's a lot of work to rebrand.
Oh yeah,
I
and,
can't-
and that's why it feels great. Oh my god, that's what feels great about there we go. I fucking knocked down my box on accident. That's what feels great about like rebranding is ever since I rebranded this whole channel like I wanted to. Starting with the name, starting with the whole thing, it's like I started seeing changes. Like I felt like I was growing more as a streamer, as a person, and then it became like, okay, now I'm growing, as I mentioned to you earlier, was you know, I got a brand new desk, and I just started feeling more like this is actually starting to be a positive thing than more of like a negative. And that's why I felt like what that dude was telling me was actually a sign of like, this is how you get your the snowball rolling. You're not there yet, but it's starting to form as the snowball and go down the mountain. And ever since I did it, dude, it's just I've had this such great feeling of this year of streaming. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. Like what were like some like big major takeaways aside from like naming and things like that you took away? That
Honestly,
like really like it was like that's a good point, because like sometimes like people like give like good advice and then all of a sudden it's like, well, that doesn't work for me though. Like I could tell you like you should, like if you want to be a good runner, run a mile,
right.
but also be sure to do squats and
I'm
jump
not
squats
gonna
and
lie.
train.
Everything this guy was like preaching to me about / telling me, there was nothing that was, I mean, I hate to say it like this, but everything he was like saying was right. So I really can't give you any like, well, that's not me.
Well, what were you doing then, and now what are you doing now then, I suppose?
I want to say mainly just my setup. Honestly, my setup, my whole attitude. I notice as when now I'm going by Radistrophic, I feel more as a streamer than, for example, if I'm playing a game right now, I felt like before I was, hey guys, today we're playing Silent Hill 2. Oh, hey, hi there, Sean Graves, how you doing? I see you in chat. I felt like that was more me as DDogCat36, and now as Radistrophic, I feel more of like I got that energy, like, and it still hasn't failed yet. I don't know why, but it's just like, I want to say everything that's been happening in my life, like I said, ever since I've been going to Radistrophic, I've been, hell, we have now broken a record last year, but now even into this year, I had 25 viewers now, which I know it's not about the viewers, but what I'm saying is like, already I'm seeing a change, and it's like, I'm bringing on that energy. I'm playing different games. I'm trying different stuff. I started, like I said, I redid my whole setup, and now it just feels like I'm more of who this name should be than what it
Hmm.
was. So I literally make this
Ah,
joke as we put D Dog down, and this is the new one.
now put the dog down.
Yeah, like the dog got the plague. That's literally what I said.
You know, like I. It took me like a good solid month. I'm so glad we took that month
Yeah.
to get used to it. Do you still like do you still get caught up in being like, "Oh, I still have the name the gamer tag because like that has
Oh my
history."
god,
Like,
dude! Everybody to this day, so like I'll be playing with buddies, and they're like D Dog. I'm like, I'll be live. I'm like, I'm not D Dog. And at that time, of course, right when they say it, like they won't say it the whole stream, and at the time they say it, I get like the new viewers like, why are they calling you D Dog? I'm like, long story, bud. Long story. More of that
long
story
story.
is
Should have been there
basically
last
I
year.
used to be D Dog. Like,
That's so funny.
moving on with New Year's
I could never
resolutions.
see.
Do you have any? By the
Oh
way?
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
No,
funny
go ahead.
question.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't see. I will say this though. I don't see myself changing myself. I know that when I started streaming 4 years ago, 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, I remember people saying like, "Don't use your real first and last name."
Right.
I do.
I'm not gonna lie though, your first and last name as you as a streamer, that's who I see you as. So no offense. So
Yeah.
if you ever like change your name, um, I won't see you as who you go by. I really won't. I'm sorry. Like I couldn't either.
Right.
And then no offense. I'm just being real with you, bro. Brother to brother.
Yeah.
Here. Seriously though, like
Yeah.
if you went by Rash Traffic, I'd be like, no, you're Sean Graves. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Sean Graves.
Exactly. Yeah.
But before we go
Or
into
just
New
Shauna.
Year's,
Like-
but yeah, before we go into our New Year's, actually, now that you
Yeah.
reminded me with what you just said, is so that was the main thing. So it's not like that guy opened up my eyes and was like, you know what, you're right, I should change my name. I'm not gonna lie. So I used to live stream back in 2018. Not as D Dog though. I actually used to go by Tenacity. And
Oh.
yeah, that's a cool name.
I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
right. But the problem is, it was Tenacity and then _D. So again, we got the special characters in there and everything.
Right.
And then I got a real job, and I just stopped live streaming, like totally. I used to thought live streaming was dumb, blah blah blah. Moving on, and I got back into it, and then that's when I went by DDogCat36. Here's the problem though that I wanted to touch base with this whole thing, and that's why what you were saying just reminded me
Mhm.
was I always, even before live streaming, even doing YouTube, even I want to say ever since 2016 on up, something in me always told me like, you can't go by D-Dog no more. Yeah, like you gotta change that name. And for some odd reason, my stubborn head, I was like, I am D-Dog. I want to be known as D-Dog. And then once I started live streaming again, and I went by D-Dog, and then people started like, oh, well, then I talked to that guy. He's the one who finally pushed me over that mountain and was like, you can't go by D-Dog. And I was like, finally, I don't know why. It was just, oh my God, you're right. And it was more of, I've been having this in the back of my head for years, and it has to happen. You know what I'm saying? But in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, after hearing that, I was like, that's probably what I needed to hear. And my friends probably could have told me, my wife could have told me. But I like how we did that at the same time. But yeah, no, it just needed to happen because it was always
I
in the
feel
back
that.
of my head. And finally, and like I said, I'm glad that did happen because ever since it did happen, I've noticed a major change. And I was like, oh my God, like that's proof right there by itself that it needed to happen.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah, man.
New Year's resolution.
I'm
though.
excited.
What's going on?
New Year resolutions.
Yeah.
So crazy. First and foremost, I don't believe in New Year resolutions.
I respect that. I
I
don't
believe in
either,
putting
but
gold.
I still like doing them. You know, it's kind of like the wishing
Yeah,
bone of like a turkey. I don't believe in that shit, but it's still
yeah.
fun. You know what I'm saying?
It's still fun. No, I do that too. So like when I make my chicken pot pies, I take like a rotisserie chicken and I shred it,
Oh yeah.
and like I always find like the wishbone and snap it, because I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
who knows?
Right, right.
Um,
Maybe this one time.
this one time, $1 million.
Right.
Freaking yeah, no,
Well, I'm
I
sorry. Hold on. Like, wait. Let's get on with this before we start
sure.
that. I'm sorry. I jumped
Okay.
the gun a little bit. How was your New Year's and the ending of your New Year's? Did you hit any goals by the end of 2024? And if so, what were they? And then how was your New Year's Day? Let's start
So
off with
close
that.
to the one year goal that I usually try to do, which I try to hold myself up to, is reading 3 books a year.
Okay.
I got through 2 really horrible books. One was about Aleister Crowley and Thelema.
I'm sorry. I
If you
don't
know,
know who
you
that
know.
is.
If
I
you
was gonna
don't
say
know,
I
you don't
don't
know.
read. I
Yeah.
don't.
I was elected to lead, not to read. Um, Aleister Crowley was a early 1900s alchemist. He started his own religion called Thelema, and the whole book was written by a follower of Thelema,
Oh boy.
explaining the origins of
See,
Thelema,
you say this,
and
but that sounds interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like you're
it
talking
was
about
so
this.
bad.
Oh,
It was so bad. It was so poorly written. This guy needed a fucking editor, and I was at the problem is, this is how I know I'm reading a really bad book. When I'm editing it myself, this is a bad read. So, I was reading this book called Thelema, and it was so-so. And about the first the first part of it was talking about Aleister Crowley's life, which is fundamental because he made the tarot deck called the Thoth deck, or Thoth, which, by the way, I wrote a song on my last album called Turn to Stone. It's called Thoth, and it features Michael Mitchell on vocals. So check that out. Uh thing is that like he was an aristocrat, and like back in yonder days, Radiotrophic, like he got into like alchemy, he got into like mysticism, and it was like a whole thing, right? Um and he blew through all his money. He blew through
oh,
all his money, and he was weird. He was a very, if you notice on Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, The Beatles, the one that's got like all the people behind him, he's
right.
on the upper left-hand corner of John Lennon.
What?
And yeah, they used a lot of famous people in that on that album art. And so it was interesting to read about Aleister Crowley because there's so much like mystery behind him. There's not really like a good biography about him. But then after they were explaining about Thelema, I was like, I don't give a care about this. Next. So then I read this next book, and it was called A Little Bit of Intuition, and it was like this woman's like introspective narrative of her life and how she uses intuition as a driving force of life choice decisions that she has always made. And I was like, this is horrible advice. Listening to your gut feeling is a good idea, but leading your life by just doing that all the time sounds like a whole lot of work.
Right.
Like, that doesn't sound like clairvoyance at all. That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Right.
So, then I changed gears, and your wife reached out to me with a couple of books
Oh
by
yeah, she's been reading some bangers. I heard.
right.
It's funny because I don't
So-
read at all, real quick, but been on that. The other
Yeah.
day, we went to the bookstore, and I saw this book called Two Step Devil. And I was obviously got my attention, so I was like, hey, don't know what it's about. Here you go. Try that out. And she read it and she goes, I don't know how you do it. So I always pick out her books. I know you shouldn't, but I always judge a book by its cover. I know that is the main rule of thumb, but you never should do that. But she like flips it over and she goes, you did it again. I was like, wait, what does that mean? She goes, this sounds really good. I shit you not. This happened like 3 weeks ago. I shit you not. She goes to the desk, she checks out the book, and the lady grabs that book and goes, you are going to love this. She goes, this is one of the best books I've ever read. And she goes, he picks them out. She goes, I don't know. He doesn't even, like, she even told the lady right there. She goes, he doesn't even read. Like, I was like, I'm just here, bro.
Oh, right. And so, like, I am reading Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Yeah, I'm still in that book. I'm on the 5th chapter. There's like 7. So, and they're thick. It's like I'm 200 pages deep.
Oh my God.
All I can say is that, first of all, if you even if you don't read, you should totally read this book. It is nothing like the movie. I'm more pissed off at the movie than I am at the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's a lot. So I really like it. There's horror. Like, I have felt myself get like scared as I'm reading the next page. There's this couple of scenes where like I'm noticing like certain characters were like molded into like one character in the movie.
Okay.
The grandpa is a complete asshole. I'm gonna just say that right now. They did him wrong in the movie because they made him look like, oh, he's just an old grandpa. Like, he's got his kids. He's worried. He wasn't worried. He wasn't worried.
He didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck. He was too worried about his dinosaur, island than his own grandchildren.
Gotcha.
He wrote them off as soon as he realized that Tyrannosaurus Rex was roaming around the island. Like, it's amazing. And here's a thing that I've noticed about Steven Spielberg. Not that I don't like his movies, but hear me out. It might be a hot take. But I've noticed that a lot of his movies has 2 kids and a dad. And the dad is usually out of touch with his kids. And then the kids teach the dad how to be like normal at the end of the film.
Right.
So like Alan Grant, the 2 kids, Jurassic Park. Apparently in the movie, Alan Grant's a complete a-hole and doesn't like kids. In the book, he loves kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's bonkers. Like, they're having a great time surviving dinosaurs in the book. Like, I wish that was more translated in the movie, but I think Steven Spielberg was like, no, we can't have that.
Right.
So, another example is like War of the Worlds with
dude, that's a good
Tom Cruise. Yeah, with Tom Cruise in it. Again, 2 kids, Dakota Fanning and what's his nut?
And the father.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right.
See, I never read the book.
Oh.
I heard the book's a lot better than the movie.
Another example of a Steven Spielberg movie is Hook with Robin Williams. So Robin Williams, and he has a son and a daughter, and they both get kidnapped, and he has to go and learn how to be Peter Pan again. So again, Steven Spielberg has this theme of like, you have a dad figure and he's out of touch with the kids, and then he saves them and learns how to be like, his kids were the worst in War of the Worlds movie. The son was so annoying.
Oh my God.
Yo,
Facts.
the son, Life Right. The facts alone. I watched that movie once and I was like, I'm never doing that again. Like, there was so much.
It was bad.
There was a lot of design choices in that movie.
It was good at its time, though, man. I bet you I watch it now, which I haven't watched it since I was a kid. I bet you if I watch it now,
Right.
Oh.
Well, see, the thing is that like I'm used to War of the Worlds being like an audiobook.
Oh shit.
I'm not used to it being a movie. So like, I don't know. It's a design choice. Right. So anyway, I kind of failed at reading 3 books in 1 year. Long story short, but I'm almost done with my third book, so I'm okay with that. And
There
it's
you go.
it's a banger. Jurassic Park's a banger. I will say that.
I'm glad
Yeah.
that my wife recommended that to you and you're enjoying
And for New Year's, as tradition, I timed the
Yeah, I
Death Star
seen that.
explosion at exactly midnight.
that. Oh my god, dude. So mine was Job for a Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, I can't say the name of the song. But because I don't know how to say it, but something of the machine or whatever. But anyway, if you time that just right at 12 o'clock, he'll do that screech of and I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I didn't do it, but yeah.
So for those who want to know, at 10:02:45, so 10 at 10 hours, 2 minutes and 45 milliseconds exactly, which means 5 minutes prior to, you need to be on Disney Plus, loaded, pause, and ready to go. But at 10:02 and 45 milliseconds, if you press play, you'll get the Death Star explosion at exactly midnight. You're welcome. I've been doing it for 4 years straight.
Me, I done it every single year, so I'm gonna do it again. Oh yeah, wait. What's your New Year's resolution for this year?
Oh shit. So I don't really have resolutions, but I do have goals. One goal is, okay, so I know I'm a fit person, but I always feel like I'd be more fit. You know,
Right.
I don't mean fit in like I'm just gonna work out for a month and then say that I worked out and tried that. Like, no. So in April, I have a Tough Mudder or a Mud Factor thing, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
an
I
obstacle
remember.
course.
Yeah, I remember you talking to me about that.
Right, it's that thing that I signed up the boyfriend unit to, and
Yeah.
he didn't know that I signed us both up on. So it's gonna be a real struggle bus when we both
Yeah.
have to do this thing. But he's a champ.
Yeah, you guys got that shit.
He's used to my shenanigans. We're to get in shape to do the Tough Mudder in April. So that's in 4 months. 3 now. And I want to read 3 more books as always. And I've always wanted to go to Spain.
Ooh, okay.
I've always wanted to go
There you
and
go.
do the running of the bulls
Yes.
in Barcelona.
Fuck yeah.
But I mentioned this to the boyfriend unit, and he was like, "Oh, maybe something not as like scary." I was like, "Okay, maybe next time." So I found out that in Valencia, Spain, they have the tomato festival, and if you've never seen it, it's where people from all over the world travel to Valencia, Spain, and they have like all these tomatoes, and they just chuck them at each other.
Oh yeah.
And people just drench themselves in nothing but tomato sauce and tomato paste and things.
Yeah, I don't
And,
like tomatoes, but I would still do it.
Right. Well, I'm not asking you to eat it, but like,
That sounds awesome though.
but it's a goal to raise, or not raise, but to save enough money to possibly go to Valencia, Spain to do this thing, because it would be really fun, and it like paella for food, you know, to just see the architecture, to go visit Europe. You know what I mean? I've been to Europe I would say plenty of times at this point since
I
I was
always
in the
want to
military.
go to Ireland.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My goal,
It would just be so
not
fun
this
to
year,
go
but
visit.
my goal in life is literally go to Ireland, get drunk with a bunch of Irish people, and literally sing some Irish tunes. You know how they all like get together and da da da. And then
Yeah.
honestly, I hate to say it, just because I'm not a violent person, but I hate to say it, but honestly, getting one fucking like Irish brawl while like the music's
Yes.
fucking playing and somebody breaks a chair, I would
Yes.
like that would be my whole goal life. Right there,
Oh my
dude.
god, for me too. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to throw a chair at someone. Like,
Again, I'm not a violent person, but dude, fuck it, dude. I want to hear the din, 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 you know, and everybody's just like, fuck
Right.
it, bro. I want to do it one time.
right. I would have to like tell like the boyfriend unit, if like imagine like the two of us are there, but like the boyfriend unit and like your wife are there, right? I
Yeah.
would have to sit here and be like, we would both have to like tell like the two of them to like go find a hobby.
Oh no,
Right?
no, my wife already knows what she signed up for. She's at this point, she expects it. She's just like,
Well, see,
anymore, like there comes to a point where like she'll be like, hold on now, bring it back. And then there's sometimes where it's just
right,
like, he's gonna learn. just let him do it. Just let him do it. Because he's gonna do it anyway. She knows the limit.
right, right. So like, I don't think we're quite there yet. Like I know that like I know that the boyfriend dude's like, oh, Sean's just gonna do Sean things, and I usually give I feel like I give the boyfriend unit enough uh rope,
Yeah.
if you will, because I'm like, whatever, if you want to go do it, go knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Usually, like for example, like the union was going through negotiations this last month, right? And I
Yeah.
was like telling him like, hey, if negotiations go south, I might have to like go sell cakes out in the corner to make my next paycheck. And he was like, no, you can't. Those are my cakes. And I was like, yes, those are your cakes. I guess. Like, dang it, foiled again.
Got me. Caught on.
So yeah, like, the Mud Factor, reading 3 books,
Oh yeah.
raising money to go to Valencia, Spain, and there's like other like misadventures that I don't know if they're gonna happen or not. Like I would love to go to TwitchCon. I would love to go
Yes,
to
dude.
my sister's.
Honestly,
sister's
like
50th
I'm not
birthday.
a popular streamer, but honestly, one of these times I always thought about like printing out cards, go to TwitchCon, and then just pass
Yes.
them out and just be like, hey, I'm not as popular as you guys because you guys get easily 100,000 viewers. And again, it's not about the viewers,
Right.
but at the end of the day, hey, I'm here. I'm here to have a good time. Check me out while you're at it. If not, whatever, fuck off. You know?
I have been dropping stickers of our podcast here all over Fresno,
I
all over
honestly knew
Hanford, all over Lemoore, all over Visalia, like whenever I can in the Valley of
Dude,
California.
I need to do that, especially once I get my motorcycle, because I'm just gonna be traveling. And at that point, I'm not even
Right.
gonna see the city again. Slap.
Right, yeah, just I was in a Target and I was just like dropping them in like panties
Hell yeah.
on my way through. Like
Hell
just
yeah.
like someone's gonna pick up this like these like lingerie and oh there's a sticker in there. Oh, lucky you.
Foolish me.
Who knew it was gonna be these two guys here?
My New Year's.
Yeah, what are
real
your New
quick.
Year's resolutions?
Well, before we get into the resolutions and everything, so mine, I went to a couple of MC parties and shit, which went very cool. If those of you
Nice.
that don't know MCs, which surprisingly a lot of people see, when I mention MCs, it's funny because everybody's like, "Who's that?" Pretty much, if you know who
Not
the
a
Hells,
person, it's a
Hells
thing.
Angels are, and once I
Right.
mentioned that, okay, but it wasn't the Hells Angels. But basically, Hells Angels are outlaws. If you know any of those motorcycle clubs, it's a motorcycle club. So I'm not gonna say who it was, just out of protection and everything. But anyway, so we went to a couple of those. I have a cool ass hoodie and everything. Shit went great. And then New Year's wise, so it happens to me every year, and every year my New Year's resolution is to get more viewers than what I've already had. So my concurrent one was like 19 or 21, something like that. And then of course I didn't hit it all year, and then literally right before New Year's I hit 23. I was like, holy shit.
Did you name change before New Year's?
Yes.
There we go.
And see, and that's when I started. This is where it all kind of comes back.
Got you.
But so it happened, and I was like, oh my god, like it happens every year, because my last time I said I want to hit this many viewers just because that was my previous one, and that happened
Yeah.
at the last of the year. This time this happened at the ending of the year, And I was like, dude, like, what is up with at the ending of the year? Like, it'll literally be a day before New Year's, and it'll be like, bam, 28, bam, 29. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I hit it.
Where were you guys all year?
Yeah, pretty much. So I hit it finally, and I was like, hell yeah, dude. And honestly, I don't really have a New Year's resolution, just like kind of like what you said. Like, if I did, obviously it'd be just more positivity and more goals, I guess you could say, in life. And what I mean by goals, obviously like getting my motorcycle, which we all know that's happening here in literally 2 months, but it's one of those things like, I still want to see it happen. Let's have it as a New Year resolution. More positivity between me and my wife, as in, you know, hopefully we could take more trips and do stuff. And then finally and foremost for my ending goal is, I believe, I'll check on my phone so I don't break my podcast for the 50th time. But I believe, where's it at? Yeah, here we go. Hit over 30 viewers this time.
Hell yeah.
That is my goal. And that's pretty much it. I mean, besides everything else in my life, like, you know, I had a good 2020. Actually, I had a 50-50 24. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either. And what I mean by that is, we talked about in our previous podcast, we even also just mentioned it before the podcast. This year's been so shitty with storms, as in we got hit with a tornado every other fucking week. Yeah. So I would like to not have that again, as that was the very first time it was ever like that. So yeah, that's pretty much my goals, is just enjoy my life more, no fucking tornadoes, and just more community. Honestly, like that's just mine. I know that's like very humble and not much, but like I don't really try to go all out as in, oh, I hope I get a Lamborghini, I could quit my job tomorrow.
Right.
You know, I don't try to make unrealistic goals. I like to just try to be humble and just be appreciative of what I have and or gotten. And yeah, no, so that's pretty much mine. I don't really have much, as much as what I should say is yours and everything.
Well, I mean, the thing is about like what I learned as like a teenager was like, and this was like seeing it from like the viewpoint of like watching my parents, depending on like who I was living with.
Yeah.
So for example, like, you know, I remember one year I was in the car with my mom, and I was like, oh, Mom, like, do you have a New Year resolution? And she'd be like, oh, well, I want to get more in shape. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, make that real, like,
right,
talk about that. What goes into that goal? And nothing ever happened. Nothing ever accrued from that. And it wasn't because it was like she was busy dealing with us kids. It was just that like there was no fire there. There was no like gusto or anything like that. So instead of like, I learned from writing down my resolutions that like no longer are they resolutions, they're goals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that I can achieve them whenever possible, or whenever it suits me, or whenever it happens. You know what I mean?
I'm
so I don't get bogged down by like.
I'm sorry, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say I don't get bogged down by like, oh, I didn't like grow. I didn't like. Well, no, I want to say that what I'm trying to say is like, as a person, I'm growing.
Absolutely.
You should always be growing every year. You should always be learning. You should always be changing and bettering yourself as a person every year. But like putting so much emphasis on the 1st of January is going to fail you, because
Absolutely.
By the end of like January 30th, Planet Fitness is no longer going to be on a commercial on YouTube anymore.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like that's what gets them all that business in the first place, and I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in like, so April we're doing this thing.
Your goal is to hit 5K miles. You're going to try to hit that 5K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're going to do everything you can. So for like example, I have been doing this workout where like you do like pull-ups until you fail.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Yeah.
And then you go and you do dips, like chair dips, until you fail.
Right.
Push-ups until you fail. And then I like realized like and this is like 3 weeks deep into this regimen, that like every time I go and do a workout, I feel like I get to like that 6th rep, and then I feel like my body's like, "Ugh," and then I'm let it go, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not a buff dude. I'm just a simple person. And I was like at work one day and I said, "Oh, we have pull-ups. We have pull-up bars at work, and the reason why we have them is because the pilots connect to them.
Yeah.
They pull up, and then they let go. And the reason why is because they're testing their parachute rigging, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's how they test to see if it works. And I was like, well, there's a pull-up bar just ready for me to use. So I just started just doing like
Hell yeah.
pull-ups, and I'm like, okay, I did 6 pull-ups today.
Oh yeah.
Because here's the thing, and here's the point to it. If something was that important to you, like for example, life or death, like involved, right? Let's say for example, you need to do like 20 pull-ups, but you can only do 6 or maybe 5, right? You would do pull-ups every single day to practice to get to that 20.
Absolutely.
Not on the days that you're actually practicing to do those 20, but I mean on the off days where you're like, oh, I could get like 3 in right now.
Yeah.
You know, because that
Right.
adds up,
It does.
right?
Yeah.
So for me, like, that sets the difference between people who are like goal oriented vice New Year resolution. Where
Right.
New Year resolution is just like this kind of like tangible like
It's
idea
in
of
the
like,
air.
yeah, like, well,
Like if I hit
what's
that,
New
that
Year?
pops. But then there's
Yeah. But like if it's something tangible like a goal, like by April I want to be able to do 10 pull-ups. Then by God, by April I better be figuring out how to do 10 pull-ups. You know what I mean? By any
right.
way possible.
And that's
And that's within
why
my power.
I see a change in this like whole like me getting. I know I mentioned it 50,000 times throughout our whole podcast, but that's why I mentioned like about this whole bike thing, because I see a potential there. Because
Mhm.
I even talked to you even on podcasts or behind podcasts, which
Mhm.
is I also am starting up, which I'm not gonna mention now until I start producing videos and everything. But I
Mhm.
got a GoPro, and I'm also potentially going to start up a YouTube channel of a motorcycle vlogging.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm so excited to get this, because it's not just me on my bike and enjoying the ride. And don't get me wrong, I love riding, man. You can't beat it. But it's just me bringing you guys with the ride, and now potentially showing you guys what I want to show you. Again, little insider. I'm not gonna give too much detail until I make videos and tell you guys the whole YouTube aspect of it. But I see just positivities to that. With that being said, of what you were just saying, so I see a goal. I want to get this bike. I know I'm gonna get it. I know I'm gonna get it because my wife's already getting on me about getting one. But with that being said, I also see the potential of, okay, now we could do something with it instead of just riding it and going to places. Now I can make content. Now I could do this for you guys. And that's what makes me so excited, is because it's one of those things like whatever just blows up is going to like create the attention. And it's not that I want the attention. It's just more of like, I just want to enjoy something that you guys enjoy as well. For example, I love playing games, so I live stream. Why not share my hobbies with you guys? And there's many people I watch who are motorcycle vloggers that I just watch their stuff, because at the end of the day, they got some chill music in the background. They're just talking about their city, and or they're talking about like, I don't know, let's just say like of a horror movie they've seen, but yet I'm seeing the view of them riding, and they're just like vibing, dude. And I was like, I want to do that. I just want to ride. You guys are just watching the view, and I'm just talking over like, yeah, so, you know, today I played Silent Hill 2. Let's talk about that. And I'm just riding, and you guys are seeing this nice panoramic view. That's so cool to me. I know that's not everybody's YouTube style, but I just try and do different things because at the end of the day, I just get up, go to work, come home, live stream games. So why not get up, go to work, live stream games, and possibly create a video of me doing what I love and just sharing stories with you guys? Because you guys have no idea, but just to get into a little bit of a more detail, I'm gonna go to like ghost haunted places. You know, I'm gonna like just show you. Yeah, exactly. So it's just there for everybody. Like maybe on today's topic, we're talking about this video game, but tomorrow's topic, I'm riding around and I'm gonna show you the place and the history of this haunted fucking house, you know? But what was you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that what you said earlier about like, even if it's like something that you, like, it's something that you're passionate about and something that you're interested in, and it's something that like you want to share with others. The importance is that you're doing it because you love to do it. It's not a matter of like whether or not. Listen, there's somebody out there. You're not the only person who's interested in motorcycles or traveling to haunted places. There are plenty of people out there in that world or in this planet. There's billions of people here. And it's like, I've talked to some people who are like, oh, but man, I didn't get any viewers. It's like, that's okay.
Dude, same. We talk about this all the time on our podcast, and I'm glad that we're bringing it up again.
Right.
Because there's no idea. Those of you that don't live stream on Twitch, I can't say that you guys won't understand, but basically what Sean is talking about here is just like, there has been so many people, hey, I'm thinking about Twitch, you know, blah, blah, blah. I see that you're being,
or I want to start a YouTube channel, or
I see that you're being
like,
quote unquote successful because you keep on talking about your experiences, but they don't realize what I have to go through to get my experiences. Right. And then at the end of the day, they're like, well, I don't have 15 viewers and I'm not getting paychecks like you. And mind you, when I say I'm getting paychecks, they're not fucking thousands of dollars. They're not even hundreds of dollars.
Like, no.
But it's one of those things, if I do, oh my God, hold up.
We just got a raid. Hello.
Dude, no, we just got,
Raider.
Oh my God, dude, it's your narrator. Oh,
hello.
Shit. Narrator. Oh my God, hold on, Sean. I'm sorry, podcast. I gotta take a moment here. Sean, I talked to you. I talked to you about this guy. This is a very famous YouTuber that I watch. I mentioned to him about our podcast before. You said that you never seen him before.
Yeah, no, I hadn't.
Your narrator. I have. Oh my God. Holy shit.
Welcome in, everybody.
The
hello.
Last time I talked to this guy, I wasn't affiliated, and now we're affiliated, and everything just went out the window. I'm so sorry right now. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, narrator. I don't know if you got my I gotta take this. If you want to cut this out of your podcast, this is fine. I just had to say this one-on-one here. If you didn't get my message about you, so he was my very first donation on my Twitch at $100. And
wow.
I had to refund you that money back because PayPal wouldn't let me accept it as my PayPal wasn't a business account because it was so much money. So with that being said, I appreciate you. I hope you got your $100 back as I refunded it to you. Oh my God, I can't believe he stopped back in after all these years. And holy shit.
Wow, 5
Wait, what? Yeah, I refunded you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, you gifted me $100 at the time. I was going through a bad time. This was before I met you, Sean.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he donated me $100. I refunded it to you because it wouldn't let me accept it as my PayPal wasn't a business account. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
It's the point behind it that
absolutely.
That love was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With that being said, narrator, I'm finally affiliated. Sean, if you don't know, narrator, this is so off topic on our podcast and everything. I'm so sorry, dude. He is like deep in subscribers and everything. It's funny what we were just talking about came to this.
Oh, well, there we go.
What the fuck, dude?
Well, congrats. Look at that.
Bro, holy shit.
Well, there you go.
Oh my God, dude. So yeah,
wow.
if it tells you about this guy, he has 2.73 million subscribers on YouTube.
Gracious.
Yeah, and I randomly joined a game of his through Apex Legends, and I didn't believe it was him. And I am so glad that he is this humble to come back in my chat, and he has now just
Seriously,
gifted
that's so
55
cool.
subs. Can we get a shout out real quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. I
Can
got
we
you,
do
bro.
that? All right, sorry. I'm like shaking now, bro. Yeah, from the boys.
Yeah, you're
Wild Bunny
fine.
knows. Wild Bunny knows. This is your narrator, dude. This is crazy. Thank you so much, Sean.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Anytime.
yeah, this is your narrator from the boys. See, Wild Bunny knows what I'm talking about. What
Okay.
was we on? What was we on, dude?
We were talking about
There's two
like,
helping with
New
your
Year resolutions,
podcast, guys.
things like
Keep it
that.
up. Thank you so much, narrator.
Aw,
We do
thank
the
you.
podcast. You want to explain it?
Yeah, so it's a survival horror podcast with our
While you do
experiences.
that, I'll be
on
right back.
topics. Yeah, you're fine. Apparently, Radtropic's got to go collect himself for a second here. So, essentially, on a bi-weekly basis on YouTube, on podcasts, wherever you tend to listen to us, we will be here, talk about all things survival horror, our lives, thoughts, experiences, hot takes, things like that. And this is our first episode after 3 months, season 2, and oh well, there we go. Well, hello, Dizzy Mug. How are you doing? And yeah, like it was an idea that the two of us decided to begin a year ago, and it just been blowing up. I would say blowing up. I would say, considering myself, I had my own podcast prior to this project, and then I switched over to this, the Evil Hour, where we talk about video games, we talk about like just things that we're interested in, like from cryptids to like oh gosh, aliens, are they real? Who knows? What do you guys think? And yeah, just been really like experimenting and growing with this podcast, and just being like really like organic with it, and including the chat in with it as well. So that's kind of like the heart and soul of it, is like allowing the chat box to be a part of this podcast as we're still talking about it as well. So
Yeah, we're hopping back into 2025. Sorry, I get another drink. Cheers to your narrator again. Thanks for coming by, buddy. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy that we're doing this podcast tonight, Sean. As once again, when you stop by, I hate to get all Debbie Downey here, but this was also going to come in a little bit. I'm not going to touch too much basis of it, but your boy has to go through surgery. That's all I'm going to say. It's nothing bad. Don't feel apologetic or anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to be fine. It's a small surgery, but still. So, awesome. Good luck, guys. Yeah, thank you so much, narrator, for coming back in, dude. That's fucking awesome. You have just broken amazing record.
Yeah.
And dude, honestly,
By
I appreciate
the way,
you.
you used to have like a meter, like a whiteboard in your background.
Yes.
Last year. So where are we at? Are we beyond the meter now?
Oh yeah, we're fucking past that, because at first it was 20 subscribers, so 60 or 55.
I mean, goals.
Goals.
Talk about reaching goals. Talk about reaching New Year resolutions right there, man.
Yeah, dude, fucking.
That's fucking awesome.
That's crazy as fuck. But no, narrator,
Right?
I appreciate you as a person. I appreciate you still checking up on me. Even though you have your own big life going on, but holy fuck, I'm sorry, that is kind of. But what was we talking
Here we go.
about?
New Year resolutions.
Yeah, that was pretty much all I had to say. I'm sorry, that got me distracted. I really ain't got nothing else.
Well, have a good night. Go, Johnny, go.
Oh,
Love you, sweetheart.
yes. Have a good night.
So I am a bit of, here's the thing. I don't know if you know this, but I'm a data analyst at heart.
Yeah.
I take numbers and I synthesize them and I figure out things. So I found out how well we did last year.
Yeah?
Yeah. Are you
What
ready
was
for
it?
this?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So, on our podcast alone, just from people listening,
Okay.
right? We got 299 listens.
Whoa.
Right. This
That's
is like
pretty
so much
fucking.
more. I know, right? I was like super excited about this. Like, we're gonna like humble brag a little bit about this because like it's just the two of us. Like, and not just
Absolutely.
like really the two of us. I mean, there's the community here and like from both my Twitch page as well as yours and like this collaboration and things like that. And who knew that this project would even take off like this, right? But I don't even know, like, do you know the numbers?
I don't. I haven't.
Okay, well, here we go.
All right.
But I'm gonna play a little trivia with you. So,
Absolutely. Real quick, this is what I was talking about earlier about my whole name change. This just lined up perfectly. You see what I'm saying?
Right? Yeah.
But all right, let's play this trivia.
Okay.
I'm ready. This is
All right.
fun.
So, of all the countries in the world, what countries were the top 10 listening to the Evil Hour podcast? You can start from the top, work your way down. If you list
Top
one,
10.
I'll tell you what number it is. Top
I'm
10.
gonna obviously go United States.
Number 1, 217 downloads.
Okay. Now I am
Yep.
not a what do you call those people who knows maps?
But-
Geography.
oh my. Have you? Oh my God. You're bringing up like a core memory that like it's like it lives rent free in my mind. Have you ever seen the what do you call them? Pageant?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Where she's like, what would you do to help solve the education system in America? And she's like, well, first I would like to, I know that in Brazil, they don't have maps. So we're going to put more maps in the schools. And like, she goes on this whole tangent about maps for like a minute. And you just reminded me of that dumb bitch.
So basically, if I name something that's not a country, I'm so sorry for most before I embarrass myself. Australia.
Cartographer. A cartographer is the name of it.
Australia.
Oh.
Also, someone gifted me a sub here. Yes, your narrator. How's it going? This is the Evil Hour podcast. We do this every other week, and we're back at it. So
We're back at it.
Thank you for joining.
Australia
Normally-
was number. Australia gets a humble number 11 on the
Ooh,
countries
so it wasn't
listening to
top
our
10.
podcast.
But yes, I am
Not top
Rashtraffic,
10.
by the way.
So
I am a
close.
horror game streamer. This is Sean Graves. He is also a horror game streamer. So, but we do
Hello,
a
team.
podcast, just kind of, you know, this is just our vibe. We take requests from people, and then we
Travel
talk
horror.
about podcasts and stuff like that. So we're back at it for 2025 this year. So. Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for being here, and thank you, narrator, again for gifting subs because he's the one who has brought you here to our Evil Hour podcast.
Thoughts, experiences, hot takes.
let's
We're here for the whole
go.
thing. We want to hear your thoughts.
Thoughts, takes, and picks, and we will talk about them on our podcast. So
I will help you out. A lot of these
Okay.
are not. A lot of these countries that listened to our podcast last year are definitely overseas.
See, I was gonna start going there, so let's go with a hot intake of
Thank you.
I don't know, Britain. Fuck it.
Oh, the United Kingdom was number 10.
Hey, there we go. All right. I hate to say it, which I'll be
Yay!
very surprised. Russia.
Ooh, number 8.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
know. They beat our brothers.
I don't know if same one, but let's go check.
Check. No, they
No?
did not make the
Okay.
list.
Let's do
No.
China/Japan, Asia. I guess I should say.
Japan definitely listened to us. They listened to us 8 times in a row.
Wow. Surprise.
Yeah,
All
so they
right.
are 6. They are the 6th country
6?
to listen to our podcast
Wow.
since last year. Yeah.
Um.
So in order, We have America,
Okay.
Belgium,
I would never guess that.
Singapore.
I would never guess that.
Yeah, right. France,
Okay, that was gonna be on there.
Sweden,
Ooh. Okay.
Japan,
Yep.
Brazil.
Okay.
I remember like when I used to start like Twitch streaming, I was doing it via Wi-Fi. Horrible life choice.
That's what I do. It's Wi-Fi.
Right.
I
Oh,
know,
you Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to run it Ethernet cord, but the problem is it runs all the way to my living room, and like I need it really long.
Right.
Like a really long cord.
Right.
But
I feel that. Okay, so back to statistics, back to the numbers. YouTube. Because we also post our videos here from Twitch to YouTube, right? It's a little bit more edited down and things like that. How many views do you think we got?
between Twitch and
I don't even know if
YouTube?
you bother. No, just YouTube.
Just YouTube. Let's go for.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going high here. I feel like this is a little high, but let's go 1,500.
Oh. Yeah, no, we didn't do that good.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
All right, hold on. Give me one more. Let's go for a solid. This is a random number. 538.
So close.
Ooh, what's that?
548.
What? No fucking way, dude. Yeah, I'm all right. By the way, Bunny. I just need. I don't
We gotta
know
do
if
a
it's
little
my-
tech refresh.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Freaking 52 hours watch, which is bananas because of how many hours we actually streamed, right?
Right.
We got 9 subscribers on our YouTube channel
Hey,
for the
that's
Evil
pretty
Hour
good.
podcast. And now the next question is, Dom, what do you think was our most popular episode?
I'm definitely going with the cryptid because I have kept an eye on that.
You're so close.
Oh, what was it?
So, Cryptids was runner-up.
Okay.
Violent video games.
Really?
Yeah,
And that was
right?
by a viewer who wanted us to do that one.
That was by
I forget their name now. It's
No, I don't. I watch them all the time. Not Jonesy. I call him Jonesy. It's not really Jonesy, but his name's Jonesy. Oh my gosh. Don't do this to me, brain. Not right now. Not in the moment. I forgot it.
I forgot it.
I
I know
get it.
once I see his name pop up into your
Right.
Twitch, I'll know for sure.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, violent video games was the most popular, which by the way, thank you. Thank you, Wild Bunny.
Mom.
And Cryptids was the follower up. The rhymes.
Yeah.
Remember when we looked up like those rhymes?
Yeah.
That was third.
That was also a viewer's choice.
That was also, yeah, that's very, and by the way, guys, like if you're listening to the podcast right now, you can always throw out like ideas like, hey, talk about this. Conspiracy
Oh, God.
theories.
Hold up.
Do you remember those?
I do. Hold on, my mic, for some odd reason.
Oh, you sound good to me.
No, you're not playing through my headphones no more. You're playing all my.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. I don't know what the fuck happened. You're in my headphones now.
okay.
You're playing on my monitor.
That's the reason most of my friends groups call me the mom of the group. They call me the cool mom, but I can be serious when needed. Hell yeah. Yeah, nobody was hurt. Like, we all just chilling. How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse was also another good one.
Ooh.
Ghost Stories. And then Silent Hill 4, Silent Hill Downpour
Really?
made the top 10. And then last but not least, embarrassing moments.
Embarrassing
We're
moments was
talking
a
about
fun one.
embarrassing moments,
Embarrassing moments was a fun one.
right? What's a fond memory from last year from podcasting?
Honestly, the whole thing, man. Like, I just enjoy.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really pick one. I I do feel like some were better than others, and that wasn't just because of our just more of like, since I suffer with hardcore ADHD, it was one of those ones where it was like I can't wait to talk about, but then again, like I just want to talk about it and get it done. But I feel like that's with a lot of podcasts that aren't honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of podcasts where you're scrolling on TikTok and you're like, you know, they talk about shit, but I guarantee you they're like, I'd rather not really talk about this topic, or I ain't really like about the topic. But then again, though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad that we did talk about what we talked about, and then we can move on. And I honestly, it's one of those things where I can't wait to see what we're going to talk about through this year topic.
Seriously.
So it's one of those things. Like, I'm glad that happened. I can't wait to see what happens this year. You know, what are we going to talk about this year? So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even for like this first episode, I was like, we're going to definitely have to play like a whole catch up, but I definitely wanted to just like hit on the fact that like we did a lot last year.
I shit you not. It doesn't seem like we did a whole lot, but dude, our schedule was one on point. Two, then when the podcast, when I started seeing them, I was like, holy shit. Like, yeah, we did a fuck ton, dude. But it doesn't even seem like it. It was just one of those things where, honestly, I hate to say it, but 90% of the work was from you, and 90% of it was just, hey Dom, we're doing a podcast this week. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, because if you didn't tell me,
I remember that.
No, because like you know, when you get to this normal, because before I met, well, I shouldn't say before I met you, before we created this idea of our podcast, it was Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday live stream, Monday, Wednesday, Friday live stream, Monday, Wednesday, and then it was this Monday, Wednesday, Friday live stream, Monday, Wednesday, hey Dom. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. You know, because like I already had like a whole plan set, like, oh yeah, today I'm gonna play fucking Silent Hill, and then you're like, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Because at first, like, I hate to say how kind of lazy I was towards the end, but it was like more like, look, I still have them here on my desk, and this is my new desk too. It was just more like I had these notes out. And I had everything written. All right, topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, just like what you have. And then I noticed more. It was like, depending on what we were talking about I was like, fuck this. What are we talking about? And then you get into it, and then right off the rip, I was just like, this is my opinion. What about your opinion? You know? Yeah. And then like, it's just one of those things where like, you know, just like today, we're playing catch up. So I really didn't need notes. Like I did, but didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I already knew what this podcast was going to be. AKA, how is the ending of 24? How is your new ending? I'm at new beginning of 25. I already knew that what we were getting ourselves into. As we've been live streaming for
I will say though,
hours, you know,
to answer that question, like how is 2025? I'm going to throw this out there to everybody else. I am not ready to judge 2025 yet.
Mine's normally in June, like halfway in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you can't judge 2025 because if we're basing off of that, bro, I'm about to have surgery. Yeah, it fucking sucks already, dude. Like, oh, by the way, I should have told Narrator this before you left. Tomorrow's my birthday.
That's very true.
So,
well, happy pre-birthday to you, Dom.
Yes, and what a great celebration here. I'm hanging out with
What a great way to start it off.
And that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm a firm believer that things are meant to happen when they happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. For real.
Every fucking time we do these podcasts too, I'm sorry, we get into a deep topic, like we just were right there. And it's just like, God,
it's all good.
Go make me cry.
That's how it goes.
On stream, bro.
You know?
Make me cry.
Like freaking
Yeah, I'm sorry about that whole thing though, by the way. I know you said it's all right, but I could not ignore that. That was kind of
No, yeah, totally. That's totally worth it. Like you have every right to do that. Like for real.
What about you though, with the question you just asked me?
Oh golly. Yeah, like I said, like I kind of feel like it's that like scene in The Shining where like Jack Nicholson is coming after uh, uh, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking her name.
I know, I am too. Shell.
Yeah.
Isn't it
So the Michelle. No. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it Shelly something? Or Shelby something?
Hold on.
No, I got you. I got you.
Hello, welcome to the
something Duvall.
Oh my gosh. Shirley Duvall.
That's it.
Shirley Duvall. I feel like she's got like the bat, and she's like ready to like whack the shit out of him right down the stairs. And I feel like 2025 is Jack Nicholson in The Shining, going like, "Come on, I'm not gonna hurt you," and she's like, "No, I'm not. No, we're not doing this." Like,
yeah, for real, dude.
Like I feel like I'm fighting for my life for 2025, and that's preemptive fighting for my life. Like we haven't even like gotten to crazy yet, you know?
Dude, for real, like we just bought the hotel. Wait till the book starts.
So that's what I'm expecting from 2025. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I mean, one can only, suspect it's gonna go off the handle real fast, real quick, and I just don't honestly have the energy to deal with it. No.
I feel
no.
It it's just one of those things, man, where we're ready for it, but what's gonna happen? That's the scary part. Because what's gonna happen could be a beautiful thing, but then again, it could be like just started. You'll be in the bar room, Clyde or whatever his name was. Give me
right.
You know what I'm saying?
What I find is really crazy about that movie is at the very end where he's in the picture and he's doing this.
Bro.
Right?
You know what's crazy even more about that? I'm a horror fan, and the first time I ever seen that movie was last year. It was one of those things I always knew about the movie. I actually never watched it. And then last year I watched it. I ain't gonna lie. Good movie. I feel like the book would be better if I read.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna lie,
that's
though.
True.
It wasn't really good. I didn't really like the movie.
That's the problem with Stephen King movies.
Is that it's like, I'm glad I watched it as a horror enthusiast. Yeah. I'm glad that it is a thing, because honestly, I feel like killer at the time. You gotta remember this though. One, I was born in 99, so I'm 26 years old as of tomorrow. So I'm gonna disclaim it. I'm 26 years old. So at the time though, if that movie would have came out and I was this age, I feel like it would have been way ahead of its time. The fact that I just watched it in 2024, I feel like that's what kind of is like, like it was a good movie. Will I watch it again? Probably, but is it gonna be my number one horror movie? Nah.
So this is the perspective that I gave to a friend of mine who was like, "Really, you think that?" Because he was like, I don't think he was saying this, like trying to put this perspective on me, but like the thing is, I was explaining to him that The Wizard of Oz was like well ahead of its time as a movie. Like with the special effects, like all that stuff. Real practical effects. So when you're watching it, just release into the movie,
Right.
Without the perspective of it's 2025, I've seen better graphics. Take the movie as, at the time of which it was made, this was the movie magic that we were able to capture at the time. The caveat is that, like, for Stephen King movies, it's a hit and miss. And why is because the delivery on film is 99.9% of the time not the same as the book.
Agree.
However, I will say that The Shining, like the original Shining, not that they've made a new one, but if they were to do a new one, I could see where they could like amp it up.
Right.
But The Shining was like really good.
It's a classic.
It on the other hand, when they remade it, I was like, this could go bad real fast. Because they've already tried it before and they totally failed at it. At least the second half. The first half was really good.
I'm sorry.
But at least with the remake, like I was like, oh wow, like they really did pretty
It's
damn
pretty
good.
damn good. And again, I never read
Yeah.
it as that is a whole
It's
700
a
page
thick,
fucking yeah. I seen it.
it's a thick book. Like this does not do it
No,
justice.
that motherfucker's like that, dude.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you can't
it's
see it in camera.
yeah, it's a thick bitch. So
But I have seen the movies, and I was like, beautiful. Even the original, even
Yeah.
the remake, I liked it. I like it. Again, it
so
wasn't in my horror perspective. That's not the kind of horror I like, but I respect it for what it is. You know, I'm more of
Yeah.
like the horror as in shit that shit could really happen / like slasher. Like I love
yeah.
a lot of gore and like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm a huge fan of Texas Chainsaw.
I'm sure you really like Hostel then.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Hostel's fucked up, though. I ain't gonna lie. Hostel is very fucked up, but yes.
Can I share like a little Hostel story?
Absolutely.
So like,
yeah.
okay.
Everybody has one. Even
So-
my wife has a Hostel story. She couldn't even finish it,
Oh
and
my
she was in
God.
theaters.
I was in theaters.
Oh boy, let's hear it.
Yeah, super realistic ones scare me too, like, right? So like, I met this girl. Her name was Coda, and it was kind of like a sort of blind date situation, right?
Okay, so this is
Like,
a great
early-
story here. All right.
Yeah, this was like when I was like 17, everybody. And by the way, like I'm 38 this year. Yeah.
Yo.
No, 37. I don't remember. Anyway, math is math thing. And so like we go on this date and I told her like, "Hey, I want to go see this movie. I think you would like it too because I'm a Quentin Tarantino fan, and Hostel, when it came out in theaters, it was presented by Quentin Tarantino,
Right.
but it wasn't a Tarantino film. It was oh, who was the other director? Oh, I can't remember. But anyway, remember Inglourious Bastards?
I never seen that. I'm sorry.
No? Okay, never mind then. Okay, so anyway, the director and Quentin Tarantino are like besties, right?
Right.
So that's why it kind of got that kind of oompa from it. So I go and I tell the girl, like, I tell this girl Coda, I was like, hey, like, you're probably not gonna get like my humor unless if you go to like a Quentin Tarantino film because like I love that shit, right?
Right.
So we go and we watch Hostel. She's like this the whole time.
Oh no.
I'm like this. This is a horrible date. Couldn't go to Hostel after the chair Achilles tendon scene. I stopped watching. That is what. So, talk to the boyfriend unit if you ever get to Light Bright. But that specific scene where the guy's ankles go split. I hate people touching my ankles. Like I cannot imagine.
Yeah, fucking, what was that
Oh,
thing called? My wife talks about all the time because that's why she doesn't like watching horror movies from it. So if you cut off your hand, you still feel like it's
Yeah.
there. I forget what it's called.
yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
Phantom.
Phantom. Thank
The
you.
Phantom.
Phantom
Yeah.
pain. Yeah, my wife says that she feels like that she deals with that all the time, where she has no limbs cut off, mind you. But she says that's why she hates watching horror stuff with me, because she can feel the phantom pain from the movies.
Yes.
So me,
So
I
it's
don't.
kinda
I'm
like,
like, fuck yeah, let's go. But like in real life, if I would see that, I pass out.
Yeah, for real. Like there's a trick that they do where like they lay your hands
Yes,
down and
yes,
they put like
yes,
a
yeah.
fake one down and they
they'll
hammer.
it, yeah, or
Yeah.
like cut it with a knife, and they'll like have you in like the VR where it looks like both your hands, and the one they'll tickle with a feather, but in the VR. Not phantom
Yeah.
limb syndrome by association.
Oh, right. So yeah, we decided to dip out of Hostel as soon as the Asian chick like jumped in front of the train and got like annihilated.
Right.
And we went into a different movie. We went to go see like I think like King Kong or something like
Oh,
that, like
that's
on
a good
Kong
one.
Island or
Oh, okay.
we didn't even know like what was happening in the film. We missed like a whole bunch of like imposition of
If you've
like
seen King Kong, that's a 3-hour film. So yeah, you probably missed like a fuck ton.
it was a lot. It was a lot. We missed a lot of that film. So yeah, we didn't talk to each other for like 3 months
Oh no.
after that.
Oh,
And then we met
no.
up at a party
Oh no.
and then we started dating again. Yeah, 'cause I was like, let's just try this again
Without the gore.
without the gore. Yeah, no, instead we did like, drugs and things because I was like 18,
Right.
right? So
That's great.
Hostel has a real small little room in my heart of just
That's
like
great.
really bad decisions.
That's
Like if
great.
it wasn't for Hostel, I would have never had met this girl and I would never have had like gone on that adventure.
Hey, that's better than most
That
of
went-
mine. Hell, real quick story with mine. I remember this one. I used to fucking text, like me and her was just boom, 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 with texting. And we met up in person. We went to like a haunted attraction because that was the thing at the time because it's in October. And like we met up and like we didn't even say a single word. The whole car ride there, and even I was like, bro, this is weird. And then like we get there and we're waiting in line and like nothing. Like there was no talking. I was like, yeah,
We're not,
we
yeah.
literally did one attraction, dipped. I dropped her off. And I was like, yep. And then till this day, like, yeah, we never talked. Well, obviously, because
Yeah.
now I'm married. But I'm saying, like, even before that, like, yeah, we just cut ties there. And I was like, what the fuck did I do? Pretty much, like, you didn't even say, oh, how's your day going? You know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, oh gosh.
With that being said, that's
Well-
all I pretty much have for 2025 and everything.
Same. I'm
So-
excited for what's to come for the podcast here, everyone.
Absolutely.
And freaking, first and foremost, where do I even begin? Where do we even begin? First and foremost,
Shout outs.
shout outs. Light Bright Indie, King J935, Ratatrophic, Go Johnny Go 85. Thank you guys so much for moderating for my channel here. You guys are awesome. I love you all so, so much. Ratatrophic.
Same thing. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to Sean Graves. Shout out to definitely your narrator coming in clutch again. Jesus Christ. And shout out to Jackknife, which he isn't here, but so I can't really shout him out. But anyway, Jackknife for just making all this new changes and everything happen in my life. So
Not only that, but also thanking your narrator for the subs and for introducing a whole community of people into the podcast here. Thank you so much. And yeah, guys. But I'm excited for the week after next. Be sure to stay tuned.
absolutely.
Check on the channel. Let's see. There's the YouTube channel. There's Twitch handle, The
Yep.
Evil Hour. So whenever we're going live, you guys will find us out there.
And our website.
And oh, that's right. There's
Yeah.
even a website.
No, you're good, brother. I was gonna tag that in.
Hold on. I don't know if I can do. No, I won't be able to do this.
Nah, I
It's
got
too
you.
much information. It's too much. So anyway, theevilhour.com is where you can find the latest episode of The Evil Hour, which we just take from here and let it
Upload
go.
it. But yes, thank you
Yeah,
everybody.
seriously.
And as we always say, in the meantime, if you guys have some stuff you would like to hear us talk about in the podcast, whether it's horror related, ghost related, paranormal related,
Definitely some paranormal stuff. Come on.
absolutely. And even like dark history in general, or even conspiracy theories / cryptid stories. Let us know if you want to hear us talk about all that. So, and if we do get information, such as Sean Graves says, hey, in your next episode, let's hear you talk about, I don't know, fucking this ghost that I found on the internet. We will look in deeper to it, and then in our next podcast, we will give you a shout out and start talking about our different stories on that one person. That's what I love about doing this podcast with Sean.
Wow.
Is I noticed throughout the whole podcast, for example, I'll take our cryptid stories, is that he took his own cryptid stories and I took my own cryptid stories and we made them into one cryptid story thing. It looks like I'm fucking holding up a Illuminati sign. Anyway, yeah, exactly.
Sultan.
So basically, what I love about this is that we get our own information, and it seems like, and we don't plan this, by the way. It seems like every time we meet up, we have a story, a different thing about the one story. So let us know what you guys would like to hear next as we do our research and we try to come up with our own stuff and talk about it on our Evil Hour podcast. With that being said, Sean, you would like to end it like you always do? Because
absolutely. So the next time we will try to survive and do the same thing that we do every night. Surviving. My name is Sean Graves, and this guy over here,
I'm Ryan/Dom.
Wishing you all the best until the next episode. Thank you all so much for listening and hanging out with us. Until next time, unpleasant dreams.